My name is Jesse Oliver. I'm 31 years old. I've been incarcerated since August of 2006.
Okay, my name is Lloyd Whiteface. I am currently 31. I've been in prison since I was 18.
My name is John LeGrand. I'm 50 years old. I've been incarcerated since January of 2011.
I wasn't a Christian, was an atheist most of my life. Figured life was about me, and the best that I could do is get things out of it.
I come from a broken family, and they're not very Christian.
Being shipped down here to the Jameson Prison Annex, where I've been since October of 2015, it was probably the best thing that happened to me in my adult life.
I battled with addiction, with suicide attempts and suicide ideations and self-harm.
So when it came to Christianity, didn't really have a background growing up in foster care most of my life. We were in and out of different homes, multiple homes, and if we did go to church, they taught what they wanted you to hear, and they never taught about what the Bible truly spoke about.
I used to run my own occult witchcraft group, in which I had done so many horrible things.
I too ran into Pastor Heartland down here. He would come by on a daily, sometimes a weekly basis, and offer me the In Touch brochures, the Daily Bread magazines, and any of its religious words of affirmation that he would share with me at the time. Pastor Heartland was always asking me to come and join the PLF service, and if I ever has given my life over to Jesus Christ.
When I met Pastor Heartland, I was only looking for conversation on Christ in Christianity, because I wanted something more. Something was missing in my life, and talking to him helped me realize that. He had given me a Bible study called Knowing God, and this Bible study had helped me so much in clarifying my stance and where I should be and where I should be in Christ, and about the truth of the word, that I was a sinner and that I transgressed against a just and righteous God, and against others, but ultimately it's against him, against God. And what that Bible study helped me realize is that I was guilty of these things that I've done, and that I deserved to go to hell.
It was that day, a little over a year ago, that I gave my life to Jesus Christ in the office with Pastor Heartland.
And as much as that was hard to swallow, I remember it just happened at night, that it just came over me, that I got down on my knees and I begged for mercy, because I knew I was guilty in my heart. And when that happens, it changes everything, when you get that sense of peace after that, because I surrendered.
At this time, I didn't know what this was going to mean to me by having Pastor Heartland in my life and accepting Jesus Christ into my life. For at this time, I was about to find out that I had a severe medical disease. I found out, not a disease, excuse me, I had a brain tumor, which was, I found out by falling by happenstance in the hallway down here at Jameson.
Pastor Heartland has invested so much into my life, and it's just been amazing to see the growth that not only he has done in my life, but what he does in others' lives. The guys that come in and who have never heard the gospel, or the gospel was shared in a wrong way, that he is able to break it down to where people can understand it, and then they start to apply it to their lives. And then I've seen many people, surrender to Jesus just simply for the fact that they want to give their lives to Christ, that they want a difference in life. And it's only because God's been using Pastor Heartland to do this ministry, and that he has such an amazing ministry here, that you get to see the change in people's eyes. You get to see that aha moment, and that almost sometimes you can see even the chains of addictions and stuff kind of fall off. They break down, and the wounds and the wounds of their past, of how they've grown up in their life, it changes.
My medical diagnosis was getting worse. The tumor that they had originally found had started to grow, causing me severe headaches and a lot of discomfort. At this time, there were some other things going on in my life was with my family. My oldest daughter quit talking to me. My youngest son was put into another juvenile facility, and my ex-wife and my youngest daughter were moved across the state. So basically my family was ripped apart from me, and I found myself alone in Jameson with a medical issue.
From that moment forward, I was different. I was always looking to obey the word, and every time I had a problem, every time I slipped, every time I thought I wasn't good enough or that I wasn't lovable, I would go into the office and talk to Chapel Heartland.
I started regularly attending church. I was baptized in October of 2017 with the PLF Church. And slowly I kept going to every sermon. I'd go to Bible study. I also joined a discipleship program. And I was doing this, I was seeing my faith grow.
And he would always remind me and push me right back to the word, you know, and he taught me to hang on to those promises and taught me that I am always loved. And, you know, coming from when my family disowned me for loving Christ, Pastor Heartland and his ministry was there.
A week before I had my brain surgery, Pastor Heartland has this vitamin bottle with Bible verses put into it. I had never drawn a verse out of that bottle before, and on that week before that, I drew out Jeremiah 30 verse 17. It says, "Shall I restore you to your health?" And Pastor Heartland said he had never seen anyone draw that verse out in all the months and years of being down here, and it was true. At this point, my recovery from my brain tumor has been without any problems at all.
Jesus has been using Pastor Heartland to do such a marvelous work. I've been a chapel orderly for going on 6 years now, and in all that time, you know, I've seen the ups and downs. I've had my own struggles, and he has helped me continuously. He's been there whenever I've needed him the most.
And when that happened, Pastor Heartland's like, no, you know, we're family. In Christ, we are all family. And those that are persecuted in Jesus' name are blessed.
I'm very thankful what God has done in Pastor Heartland's life and what he has done through Pastor Heartland for me, because if it wasn't for what God has done in his life, I don't know where I'd be right now.
I was baptized on Easter morning. And that one in itself was life-changing, in obedience with the word.
I become a member of the church prison, the church council, and like I said, I'm active in that every day. And again, like I said, what it has done, what Pastor Heartland has done here to help me change my life, I'm forever grateful to him.
I love the Lord so much, and so I continued, because of Pastor Heartland and his ministry, to hang on to those promises that Christ has given us in the Word. You know, and I'm a different person today, though, because of Pastor Heartland and his ministry.
God has been using him, and it's just been amazing to see what God does in a person's life who is willing to surrender.